Hello friends, Mary here, and welcome back to Rocky Mountain Gardens. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a tour of the main floor of my house, and as you can see here, we're surrounded by Americana to help celebrate our 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States. How are you going to be spending your 4th of July this year? Are you doing something special? It's a good year to really make it over the top. In any case, I have in this area Americana, and then we'll move into my library and kitchen area where I have farm sort of decor with lemons also added in. And I hope you will enjoy it. So let's go ahead and start the tour. I thought today I'd start here at my front door and just show you this area. And my gallery wall also by my staircase. Here's my little Longaberger basket with red, white, and blue in it. And coming around over here to my small shelf, I have some of my Americana available for you to see here. I have a red, white, and blue arrangement there. And I got this little girl and boy waving the American flag at Hobby Lobby years ago. And look at this cute red, white, and blue birdhouse. Isn't that darling? I really like that. And then going upstairs, just to my landing, I wanted to show you my arrangement that I did here on this small table in the corner. I like to decorate it with florals from every season and holiday. And then coming around over here, I will show you my living room space with an overall view. And then let's come back down to the front door. You can see I'm sticking with red, white, and blue colors for my Americana. Over here, I have a little girl, a figurine holding an American flag. I just found her thrifting. She's perfect for summer holidays. And I have red, white, and blue stars in this little crystal basket. Swinging around over here, we have my houseplant collection. And guys, take a look at these cute little red and blue chickens that are perfect for summer holidays also. And you know I love my chickens. And then over here on the love seat, I have a quilt that I found thrifting also. And if we come up close, you can see that the pattern says USA and has flags and stars, etc. Isn't it cute? I have been so fortunate in finding perfect quilts thrifting these days. Now I have another flower arrangement here with a flag and blue, white, and red stars, and one of my thrifted teapots right there. Isn't it cute? And then I got this little basket at a craft fair years ago. And in the basket here, you can see another red, white, and blue quilt. Here's a little wooden flag heart hanging on my cabinet here by the television. Up in my cubby area here, I have some figurines, a little birdhouse and birdies, and some of my milk glass. There's a oil burning piece right there with that awesome base, which is kind of a bronzy color. I love it. It's kind of primitive looking. Now over here on this side table, I found another mini oil lamp made of ceramic. I wanted to give you a close-up look at it. It has a little handle. Isn't that darling? I found that actually when I was antiquing with my friend Kathy, and so excited to add to my collection. So we're going to come around and walk into my dining room space. But before we do, we're going to stop and take a look at this picture book of Thomas Jefferson, one of our founding fathers. So that's perfect for our patriotic holidays. And it's fun to place flags just almost any and everywhere when you're doing Americana. Don't you agree? Now on my dining room table, I don't have a large centerpiece, but I used, this is actually a bandana with a flag motif that is made on it, and then I coffee stained it, and we have some dark red candles for this spot. Over on this small table, I have one of my ironstone pitchers with flags in it, and another red, white, and blue arrangement there below. Over here is my chest that I refinished a while back. You may have seen that. And on this sofa table or cabinet right here, I have this darling little birdie, an America the Beautiful sign, and the red and white buffalo check. I wanted to share, this is one of the figurines that I found thrifting recently, and I shared it with you on one of my thrift hauls. And here's a little farmer boy with his baby chicks. Isn't he a cutie? Sometimes it's really easy to pick up these darling little figurines that you can put out for different holidays. In this little container, I have some pipberry stems, an America sign, and this is a little gnome. You may know that I like gnomes. When I do my next garden tour, you'll see all of my gnomes out there. Anyway, my daughter bought that one for me. Isn't it cute? And then here is another one of these little signs that's so cute that I got at Hobby Lobby quite a long time ago. I don't know if they still sell them, but you see it comes with a stand built in for you to stand her up, which is very convenient when you would like to put her on display. So I'm going to turn around here slowly and show you my thrifted American flag hanging here over my mirror. Isn't it beautiful? It really makes a statement. Let's go take a look at my corner hutch here and what I have placed in it. I have some flags. Up here on the top shelf is some silver, a basket or two. These are little straws that I bought at the Dollar Tree quite a while ago, but they have the right color for Americana, don't they? And then in this salt glazed bowl, I have another arrangement with our American colors. In this ironstone pitcher, I have a collection of my tomato spoons. I am up to 5 tomato spoons now, each with a different pattern and design. I just think they're so darling. And you know what I do before I go antiquing? When I'm out shopping for these, I have taken a picture of all 5 of them so that I can make sure I'm not duplicating the ones I already own. Here we see quite a few of my house plants. And as we swing around here, on the lower shelf there, here's my entire hutch with my oil lamps, another piece of ironstone. And guys, you're getting a good view here of this large white ironstone platter that I got thrifting a while back. Let's go over and take a closer look. Another wooden heart, and here's a picture book of Abraham Lincoln's life. Another one of our patriotic heroes in America. Here's a close-up of this ironstone platter. Look at that pretty design that's on it. And then also over here, here's Uncle Sam riding a bicycle, I guess. Old-fashioned style, of course. And I always like placing him out for the holidays in the summer. He's a perfect image to have out in our homes. I think I mentioned this maybe on my last tour, but this lantern lamp is with this awesome plaid lampshade. Is so pretty, and I have it on a timer so it turns on at sunset and gives light from this corner, which is always fun. In case you've never seen it, that's a clock that I got in Germany when I lived there in the 1980s. Bought it at a antiquing place. It was great to pick up. And so that's my dining room. Let's take a look at it from this corner. And now we'll move into my kitchen and library. All right, let's step into my kitchen where we have some lemons greeting us here in my crocks next to my rolling pin collection. Adds that cheerful yellow color, and an arrangement here on my little antique chair. Up here on this cabinet, I have a little farmer boy again. Someone once told me he looks like Tom Sawyer. And you can see a picture of my daughter and grandson and my godmother, my Aunt Franny, there when she was elderly. My cousin Linda, who I often show a tour of her home at Christmas time because she decorates like crazy also. She sent me this bouquet, had it sent to my house. It's really interesting. It flattens out completely and comes to you flattened, and then you squeeze it and it becomes 3-dimensional. Isn't that awesome? She sent that to me at Easter time. I had never seen such a thing before. Here's a picture of my green cabinet that I love. That is from Germany when I lived there. And then swinging around here, you can see some of the plates on my walls that I like to decorate with. Up on top of my fridge here, I have another yellow bouquet and one of these fish bottles that I actually found thrifting. That was an exciting find for me. And then coming on down here is my coffee station. And guys, I wanted to show you this cute little Guernsey cow set, a creamer and a sugar. Is that not darling? Oh my gosh, I just was thrilled to find those. Actually, I have to admit, I found them on Amazon. And then here we are. There's my stove, just a regular old stove. And in the corner here, we have a more lemony type of decor. And you can see I've scattered some of my chicken collection around the area. And I'm using a little more copper these days than I ever did before, which I'm enjoying. And then in this sugar mold, I have yellow flowers. And looky there, you can see on my bird feeder, a little birdie getting some seed. Oop, they're having a little argument there. Anyway, and there's some more yellow for my lemony theme. And then coming on over here, we have more yellow. I have a yellowware bowl right here that I picked up at an antique shop for about $8, which I thought was a good price. And I also found this copper rooster antiquing with one of my friends. And this chicken rooster pitcher, I actually got thrifting. I was excited to find that for a good price also. Okay, well, we'll swing around this way to my island where I have another one of these bandanas that is printed with a flag look to it. And I got these at the Target dollar spot several years ago. They're actually ceramic. You can hear that. And this is my one and only piece by, gosh, I forgot her name now. I'll put it up on the screen later. But it's a lemon squeezer that's perfect for my lemony theme. And then we're gonna come around over here to my library where I have some more houseplants, of course. And you may have seen this little teapot that I have here. That is a bluebird. Look at the handle and, well, it's just awesome. I just was so excited to find that. We have more of those ceramic lemons. If you like gardening like I do and like watching for birds, this magazine, Birds in Bloom, is a great one to learn more about flowers and the birds that might be in your backyard. I have some lemony themed pillows on each of my easy chairs here. I'll just give you a look up here at my colored bottle collection. That's always fun to see, especially when it's sunny out. It makes it very colorful here. On my mantle, I have a large rooster, a lemon container that was a gift from my friend Laura, and some lemons in this bouquet, some daisies that go with that theme, one of my thrifted clocks. This is a good saying: when life gets sour, sweeten it with gratitude. That's something that's hard to remember sometimes when we're dealing with troubles, isn't it? But always try to be thankful for what we have here in our country, America. There's another one of my chickens. Down here, I have a arrangement for the summertime with zinnias and daisies. And guys, look, I found another painted tray When I was out recently, I couldn't believe it. I was so excited to find that. And there's a deer antler. Here's my magazine holder where I store some of my books. And right now I have gardening books in there and some yellow roses and daisies. And here is a very primitive chicken that I found thrifting. It was very inexpensive, and oh my gosh, I was thrilled to find it. Over here you'll see most of my book collection in these shelves right here. And then I also have a table to work at with a nice checkered tablecloth. And guys, I wanted to show you, I have this nice cloche here that I actually made from a lampshade. That's what this is. And I used E6000 to glue on this wooden handle, which I had for a while. Let me remove it so you can see my little farm friends in there. A little cow with a watering pot and a little mama piggy with her baby. Aren't they the darlingest? I was so happy to find those thrifting as well. Perfect for a farm and summer theme. Now over here, here's another small bookcase that I refinished and made look nicer than it did in the thrift store, that's for sure. And I have a little golden book of Old MacDonald. And this little sign says, "Squeeze the Day." And some lemons in this frame. I'll give you a look at this entire wall here. I have a little wooden piece hanging up there. Some plates and that nice clock. I'm just panning around to give you the full view of my library space. It's such a wonderful place in my home to spend time reading. Okay, now let's walk back to my powder room. I don't do a ton of decorating in here, but I thought I'd show you more daisies, some grayish colored towels that go with the walls that I painted here in my powder room. And then I have this basket full of lemons. They're very realistic looking lemons, don't you agree? And I actually got them at Kirkland's if you have one of those stores in your area. So I'll just pan around my library here for a minute while I tell you goodbye and thank you for stopping by for the tour here of my summer home. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope your summer is going well. And have a beautiful 4th of July this year as we celebrate our 250th anniversary for our country. It should be a very special 4th of July, maybe some gigantic fireworks this year. Anyway, have fun with your friends and families this summer, and I will see you in the next video. This is Mary saying bye for now.